Yes, sir. It's your boy Young Casey Veggies at the new Parish, the world famous new Parish, a legendary venue that I've performed at probably like 4 or 5 times. It feels good to be back.
And worry about who the hottest, little boy, I been had it. Yeah, you already got it, you just gotta grab it. Yeah, my new girl a model, fresh up off a pageant. I'm seeing different lately, I've been caught up in the madness. Yeah, turning off the radio like I ain't hearing that. Mix Louis with Da Vinci, they like how you wearing that shit. I thought that it was love, but that's just evil spelled backwards. If I rock with you, it's genuine, yeah, I ain't know no raps.
Oh yeah, I haven't really done too many shows. I've been dropping music, just like grinding, putting stuff together. I did like Rolling Loud, a couple festivals here and there, but I haven't really done like my own intimate shows. So it reminded me when I was coming up, like just getting started, first time in Oakland or first time, you know what I'm saying? So it just give me those nostalgic vibes, like on the come up, like on the grind type of feel. I would tell my younger self, like, don't take certain things so personal and don't let anyone, you know, sway your mind from thinking like, from just believing in yourself all the way out, like, or like don't let nobody hold you up, like, you know what I'm saying? It was times where I had my head down and I was just working, then there was times where I would let other things hold me back, where I would tell myself just you know, stick to what you feel and just do you all the way through. Yeah, that's a good question. We had a few of those songs sitting. Me and Mike and Keys, we actually working on a full length album. And that was always the goal, to do an album, and then we end up deciding to do an EP just to give people like a warm up of what we've been working on. 2 of them was brand new, 3 of them was like hold ons. Like I've been sitting on them, like, you know what I'm saying. I've been wanting to drop them, but I just been playing them like, damn, when is the right time? It just felt good to do a collaborative project with the producer, where they were listed on the project with me. It was different than just like having them produce a few songs. Like, it's like we really join forces, and I think it's something we've been supposed to do. Like, we've been working for over 10 years since I did Life Changes and dropped that in like 2013. So I feel like I'm at my best like when I'm just rapping over like just dope instrumentation, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was good to be able to like rub, you know, throw ideas back and forth with Mike and Keys, and like, you know, they gonna always, you know, steer me, you know, give me good advice, steer me in the right direction. So I think it was dope. I was gonna go all the way in, but it was a lot of stuff going on at the time, and I was definitely gonna like do more like NFT stuff with it. But I feel like the NFT stuff kind of came and went. Like, people was into it for a while, then it was kind of like, you know, like everybody was trying. They got it kind of like corny, like a little bit. But you know, obviously some people did it right and they struck at the right time. But you know, I kind of just left it at music. I left it as a musical project and a concept, for sure. And I recorded that whole project myself. My boy Kai produced it. Shout out Kai. His name Kai Don't Rap. He a dope artist out of LA and a producer. He like probably 19 years old. We just went to the crib, just cooked it up. He did every track on there. So that was one of them like experimental projects, just working with the homie. We actually recorded that song in Marina Del Rey, at my boy Matt Martian's old crib. He's in the group The Internet. So he drew one of my first tattoos. Like, bro drew a lot of graphics for me coming up. He drew my customized Gravity Volume 2 cover. So me and bro always been locked in. Shout out my bro Matt. I ain't talked to him in a little bit, but that's my dog. But we was at his crib just making music. It was me, Earl, and Vince. We was at the crib just chilling, and then we literally recorded that song in like a condo, like a apartment. We didn't do it in a real studio or nothing like that, and that joint went gold. So it's just crazy to think, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's no limitations to music. Like, it don't matter where you recorded at, like, you know what I'm saying? But me and Earl was just bouncing ideas, and bro was like, yo, he had an idea for me, like to spark the hook up. He like, yo, I want your voice to say this shit. He like, it'd be perfect if you say it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, for sure. And I just ran with it. Cause when I was saying that, he helped me with a couple of the lines. Not like helped me, but he had a concept already for the hook, for the song. So I just was believing in his vision. You know, it's Earl. Like, who gonna tell Earl like, nah, I don't think that's hot? Cause really, bro he had that vision, like, you know what I'm saying? And he was right. Like that's one of the biggest songs I ever been a part of.
These years.
It's crazy you brought that up because I be thinking like not everybody know about that. So no, I salute you though for bringing that up because that means you really tuned in and you really tapped into the movement. So now that's respect. But that was one of my most like surreal moments ever because you know Kanye came out that day. Kanye West came out with Travis and then I performed after. So that probably was like one of my most like my biggest like natural highs like as an artist, like selling out the city, like going crazy that night and then bringing Kanye out, like that shit was just like the craziest shit ever because that's always been one of my favorite artists, like you know what I'm saying, that was like my inspiration to get in the game. So for bro to pop up at one of my shows was just the randomest shit, but it was just surreal, like you feel me. That night I was like, yeah, I for sure made it, like I just knew I made it, like no matter what. But that shit was crazy. It's like a natural high for sure. Yeah, he been, and Kendrick always showed me love. Like I remember when I dropped Sleeping in Class, Kendrick Lamar tapped in with me. He was like, man, that cover art crazy. Like he hit me on Twitter actually, like that cover art fire. Then he heard the project and shit, and he saluted me on the project. He like, this shit crazy. And then from there, that's when he ended up on the Sleeping in Class Deluxe Edition, cause he already heard the album when it dropped and he was rocking with it. So he's on the Deluxe Edition on the Ride Around Town remix. That's the song we did. So that shit all just happened naturally. I was like 17 years old. It was 2011 actually. Yeah, that was the year I graduated high school. So we dropped all that shit the year I graduated. That shit was crazy. That was a big independent album too. Like a lot of people don't know that I dropped that album independently. So Sleeping in Class Deluxe was like, it was a wave. Like you know what I'm saying. Like how I dropped it, it did numbers like independently. I had Kendrick Lamar on there, you know what I'm saying? I had Tyler the Creator, different features. Like, it was a special project for sure. The way Mac like embraced me and rolled out the red carpet for me, it definitely it showed me a lot. Like it showed me that it's still good people out in this world. Like you know what I'm saying? Like in this industry, like in the rap game, like you'll think everybody cutthroat, everybody. Like you know what I'm saying? It ain't genuine love, but like Mac was one of the main artists that I felt like genuine like respect from. Like bro really embraced me, brought me on tour. It was like we did records together, we did songs, and you know what I'm saying? Like he literally was like he believed in what I was doing so much that he was one of them type of people he's willing to give you his whole fan base. Like he'll give you his fan base just cause he rock with you. Like a lot of artists, they don't really think like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? They look at it like you might try to take their fans or something, but it's never really like that. You know, everybody can coexist and work together. So, yeah, Mac definitely, you know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate him for just embracing me like early in the game, you know what I'm saying? Being one of the first bigger artists, because he was killing it at the time. Like, he had the biggest independent album, sold out U.S. tours, 66 dates, and he brought me along. So it was like, that was dope. It was special. You know what I'm saying? Like when bro left, I was like, man, that shit fucked me up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I damn near was just like, but it definitely gave me that energy. Like, man, I'm gonna keep this shit going. Like, for like, you know what I'm saying? For Mac, for Nip, like I'm gonna keep grinding, keep the real shit alive. You know what I'm saying? Keep the real music alive and keep the West Side shit alive and just everything. That whole era, like it was special. So I feel like I gotta keep going and, you know, and keep showing the world like what we are really capable of, you know what I'm saying? So for sure carrying on a legacy. Man, new music. I'm dropping a new album with Mike and Keys, and more production, like collaboration with other producers and shit like that. But I'm gonna drop a full body of work. I'm doing a special edition for my Life Changes album. We're doing like a 10-year anniversary special vinyl release, special like physical and merch. So I'm excited about that. And then also I'm working on my clothing line, Peas and Carrots International. So I'm about to drop like a whole new collection with that. So that's gonna be crazy as well for sure. Oh, that's the merch too? Yeah, shit fire, for sure. Hey yo, what it is, it's your boy Young Casey Veggies and you're now tuned in with Deathless. Let's get it. Swag.